Welcome back to the best After Effects tutorial channel on YouTube. Today we will learn how to make this Apple-inspired glass animation. And I know a lot of people don't like the iOS update with these visuals, but I think we can all agree that this glass effect looks amazing in motion graphic animations, in infographic animations, and any kind of advertisements. So I think it's super cool to know how to do it, and it's also super simple. So I will show you an easy way, just a few effects, no plugins, no whatsoever, on how to do this. And yeah, I would say let's not talk too much and just get right into it. So I prepared a little layer with a simple background animation here. And first of all, we want to add a shape. So let's right click in here, go to new, and let's add a shape layer. Then we can open this up and add the shape that we want. Let's stick to the example and add a rectangle here. And yeah, obviously we don't want it to be that small, so let's open up the settings, uncheck this constraint thing, and scale it up to whatever we like for this example. Of course, you can also use other shapes like a star, an ellipse, or whatsoever. But yeah, let's take a rectangle. But if you use a rectangle, it always looks better when we have round edges. So let's increase the roundness a bit on here. And here, as we can see anything. So let's change that. But first, let's duplicate this layer by pressing Ctrl D. And yeah, on the upper one, we can now add some fill effects. And here it doesn't matter what color we use, we just need a fill. And then we can also check this, this thing in here. And if you don't see these settings, press toggle switches. And this one turns this layer into an adjustment layer basically. And we will see why this is important, because now we will add a fast box blur effect. And we can now see that this blur that we will now add, we can increase this to 20 or maybe 10, depends on how strong you want this to be, or maybe even 5. Let's do a small value. Something like that. So now you can see that the blur is only within that shape layer, which gives us this first kind of glass look. But if we now look back to the example, we can see that the actual glass look also comes with these animated edges. And for that we have prepared the little layer, or the layer under the newest one. So this one basically. And here we also have to add some things. First of all, let's add a stroke and increase the stroke a bit to something like 15 maybe. And let's also add a fast box blur effect. And here we use 20, so a bit higher. And yeah, this looks cool, but we basically only want this to be used for displacement. So we can also hide this again. But now if we go to this layer, the upper one, we can add a displacement map. Just like that. You can find it under distort as well. And now we can, or we need to select the lower layer, the shape layer 1. And we can see we have a bit going on the edges, but it looks weird. But it's really important that we also change this setting from source to effects and masks. And now we can see it looks better, but we don't see much. But if we increase these values now, we can see this edge blurriness, this edge displacement. And here it's completely up to you how strong you want this to be. But basically that's it for this distortion effect. And now if we play this animation, we can see this looks just super cool. Even though we made it quite strong. So maybe do a bit less. But that's completely up to you, as I said. This looks good in my opinion, but we can always make it better, right? So let's also look at 2 or 3 stylistic effects to increase the glass look even further. And first of all, we can select the lower layer and duplicate it and now make it actually visible. And now we have a bit of these edges. I think this looks quite cool. Maybe it's too much for you. If so, you can also press T on the keyboard to access the opacity settings and bring this down a bit. But I think this outer glow looks kind of amazing. This is really cool. Also, I like to add one more effect on this whole glass and blur thing, and this is the brightness and contrast effect. And why? To be honest, I don't even know why. But somehow glass looks better when it kind of changes light a bit. And in that case, we want it to be more brighter and a bit more contrast maybe. But that's completely up to you. I think I used it in the example beforehand. So in here, so you can also do it here. But yeah, that's completely up to you. I think this just makes it pop more and just look more interesting. And also if we want to increase this whole 3D kind of look a bit, we can also do another thing, and now it gets funny. We can duplicate, let's see what layer we duplicate actually. We can duplicate the uppermost layer again, and actually now we undo a lot of things here. So let's undo this adjustment layer thing. Let's delete all these things here. So we just have this overlay thing here, or this shape layer. And for this one, let's actually give it a nice white color. But let's also add a layer style. So right click in here, go to layer styles, and here we can add the bevel and emboss. Now we can also open up these settings. So you'll find it under layer styles, bevel and emboss. And here we can increase the size a lot, just like that. And basically this layer is just here to add some shading. So we can, yeah, basically play with these settings a bit, maybe increase the shadow. And now it's really important, again, let's toggle the switches. So we access this, this look here, these settings, and now we can change the mode to, I think I forgot what it was, maybe overlay, something like that, soft light, yeah, exactly, soft light. And let's also make it not that strong, again, by accessing the opacity and bringing it down a bit. So just like that. Maybe the shadow is too strong on that one. So on the layer styles, let's maybe decrease this thing. But yeah, that's completely up to you. To be honest, in this example, I don't even like it. But as I said, the layer styles are always a good option. And yeah, that's it basically. You can of course animate these shapes. Just make sure you animate it before duplicating everything and applying all these different effects. But yeah, that's it. Of course, we could add the text now. Let's do this, for example, maybe let's put Apple in here. I think white looks good on the background and align it in the center, just like that. And yeah, that's it for this example. Similar to the one I showed you. I hope it was exactly the same or somehow the same. And yeah, if you want more Apple animation tutorials, I think I've done one for a text animation, a particle animation, and one for Apple style gradients. I can link them below if you want. And other than that, feel always free to suggest any tutorial wishes that you have. I really plan to do them all. So just comment down if you have anything that you want to learn, and I'll take care of it. Besides that, enjoy the rest of your week and see you next time for another amazing tutorial.